Hello, يا اخواني واخواتي. معكم سباتا with Equatoria Advocacy Foundation. انا نارجة انا تشيء ما يتكون حاجة بسيط. واحد من مشاكل جيكوتو اننا ما جي represent interests بتاعنا كاستوائيين under solidarity under a block. And this is because of our structure. طريقة لأن Equatorian still تكوين بتاعنا الستراكشر بتاعنا يعني هنا بتكون من طبعا قبائل. يعني انت بتلقوا مثلا ناس Eastern Equatoria. كلنا assume قال دي قبائل تا Eastern Equatoria. Eastern Equatoria عنده about 13 tribes, and then في Central Equatoria برضو عندنا قبائل كويس, and في Western Equatoria هنا برضو عندنا قبائل. So itagiligo gabail del gishtakal isolately, mon ma gishtakal as a body, as a block. And I community operate to protect interests with that community. Alright. Each community claims interests, and each community also represent interests bitam, and they go for what is called their ethnic conventions. Ethnic conventions bitam. To address their issues, and that is not serving us well because there is no network I'll give bind all these communities to work together. Anna Gina for diaspora, then we have created Indian for Australia, FECA, all right, for USA, for ESCA, US, ESCA US, all right, and then Indian ESCA Canada برضو شفت كيف في ESCA Canada, all right. لكن تبليغو كمان التنظيمات ده ما عنده connection, ما عنده direct connection مع communities ديل in a way these organized ethnic groups into what is called a functional lines or network ma Dale are floating in the air. Shufta kef mon ma well connected to these ones, and in the event these ones are dysfunctional, automatically these ones even get all dysfunctional, and it's happening. Most of these communities, these ethnic communities, are very dysfunctional. They are not strong enough. They are not providing good pillars to these ones. You see, so these ones are flooding ways, and are flooding such that mind connections my chairmen with that communities then. So it makes us very disoriented. Ways we are very disoriented. All right. So for this reason, قلنا يا أخي أنهنا من Equatoria Advocacy Foundation and some volunteers from the Equatoria said, let us institutionalize ourselves further than just having this kind of a structure, trying to provide services like Equatoria or trying to protect interests with that Equatorians. Let us institutionalize ourselves further so that we will have a functional body with that Equatorians, a functional administration that will basically work such that we will be united under that functional administration. So we felt al Assassini Yahi, it will be good if we create what is called a council. All right. Allow me just to make this. This is the chamber of the council. All right. This is a council for the Equatorians. Okay. This is the council of Equatoria region. All right. So what this council? It is a chamber. It is a council. This council basically provides seats karasi, and anna bukun indina representation yani al nas min Eastern Equatoria براسلو representatives بتاعهم هنا في كانسل ده. ناس من Central Equatoria براسلو representatives بتاعهم في كانسل ده. ناس من Western Equatoria براسلو representatives بتاعهم في كانسل ده. So let me say we did send 15 from Eastern Equatoria, Central Equatoria and Western Equatoria. معناته in total هنكون عندنا 45 council members. And these council members, and we create a criteria for these council members. The criteria for getting accepted in the council member is a person Nagul Masalan at least 25 years and into basic education, can write and speak English, can also understand how to read and write. Can understand reading English and Arabic, and yes, and then we begin if Karasi del bitat council there, and then we call them council members. Now Shokol Bitaum is be consult my communities del, okay, to assess, to evaluate, okay, to assess, or they want to evaluate issues of importance of shared interest amongst all these people, okay, and then they will deliberate on the issues here, and then they will come up with an agenda, or they will vote an agenda, and then whatever agenda they have voted on as to be issue of priority that it should be worked upon will eventually be formed. It will be codified. It will be put in a code that needs to be worked upon. So who will then advocate for those issues? It will be advocates. Zenas Equatoria advocate for USA, quest can be other advocates for USA in Ibardo. Masalan for UK, there are some other advocacy organizations there. For Canada, there are advocacy organizations. For Australia, there are advocacy organizations. These advocacy organizations will work my council members there to see resolutions al council digitalo with respect to issues of urgency that needs to be advocated for. And then these advocacies will advocate these issues to the host countries that they exist in. Like, for example, EQUATORIA Advocacy Foundation will advocate these issues in America, and then some of the other organizations, those ones in UK, in Canada, and Australia, will advocate those issues to those people, and they will also target the right body. Are they issues that needs to be advocated to the departments of states? Are they issues that needs to be advocated to religious organizations like churches? It will depend on the issues that have been resolved here. And then this council will also be tasked my responsibility to form what is called departments, okay? And departments, these are service administrative units. Woman bit kawan mean career personnels. Yani, for example, this is a legal department, okay? This is Kalana Kengal, this is legal department. Yala hini Kalana Kengal masalan, the department bita dakatra, okay? Doctors, teachers, okay? Lawyers, okay? All departments will be established based on need. To department is necessary based on what kind of service needs to be delivered unto the Equatorial people. Then these departments be create systems through which be deliver more service. That's why they are service administrative units. And because we know majamadel. Now, if the council, in the event the council feel Al Assassino creation of these departments is very complicated. Most of the people are in diaspora, are scattered, and they are having a hard time. These advocacies, can even help them to create these departments, but eventually they will have to approve the creation of these departments. We'll just exercise democracy. And when we do something like that, Yahwana, Equatorians, here, we have created what is called Idara, le Equatoria. Now, Kantagano, mean for grassroots here, these people who have sent representatives here, Bishuf Nuvusum here, and what they will do is they will recognize this body. And because this body approved this chamber, or established this chamber, they will also approve these ones. All right? And because also these advocacies who are established in these various Western countries, of course they are established in accordance with the laws of the hosting countries, Aluman Gaidin Fogo, because they also work with these guys, and they are also Equatorians Jain Minhini. So if you guys see, it is a connected administration right from here. This is the center. I'll cancel there the center, and then it connects to this one, and they are representing these guys. So we are having one huge administration that kind of functions like a block, okay? And it protects the interest bit at Equatorians. Everybody, these are the Equatorians. They are all communities bit at Equatorians. Jain mean Eastern Equatoria, Western Equatoria, and Eastern Equatoria, Central Equatoria, and Western Equatoria. They are all represented here. They see their faces here. And these guys established these administrative units, these service administrative units, to provide services here to these guys, all right? And these guys are advocating things that are resolutions that are brought by these guys, the council members, deliberating on issues. So this is one big administration that has been developed. So what we are going to do in the coming conference bit at Arizona is we are going to pass structure the bit at council there. Initially, I was thinking, Al Assassino, we will eventually even have the individuals sent already from Eastern Equatoria, Central Equatoria, and Western Equatoria here, so that for zaman Arizona conference, they will be made legitimate by passing them. But it looks like we are having a hard time getting these guys send representatives here. Excuse me. For that reason, the conference day might come when the number of people who are sent right now are not enough. So what we will end up doing is we will preserve those names that we have so far. There are a few in Egypt and Khartoum that are already being sent. There are a few being worked upon in Uganda. So you can tell the people in Africa are serious about this. But until now, in the West, it is not forthcoming for some reasons. I just don't understand why. But we will continue working on this, and what we will do is we will just pass this structure, the Zaman Bitat conference there, and the ones that the people that have already been that are already available in the northern part of Uganda, some parts in Egypt and Sudan, Khartoum Hinak, we will preserve those names, and then we'll try to wait for names to be sent from Australia, from Canada, and from US here, so that we will sort them out. Eastern Equatorians will take their seats, Western Equatorians will take their seats, and Central Equatoria will take their seats, so that then Al Council de Bitala Kamil. However, we will pass the structure. Passing the structure is something, you pass the structure, even though the seat is vacant, the seat will remain vacant, but we will pass the structure, and the powers will be vested onto the seats, because powers are vested onto seats. Powers are not vested onto people. It is the powers are vested onto the seats. Now, whoever comes to sit onto that seat takes an oath. All right, al assassino will be perform the duties al kutufi kursidak. You see, this is how these things work. All right, so we will pass the structure, and we would also pass the responsibilities of these guys, and then we will eventually fill them up later, slowly by slowly. We will not rush. We want to make sure everybody understands this, and by the way, it is very important. It's a very, very important venture that I really wish the Equatorians, especially the ones in diaspora, would take serious, and we get this going, and it will help us in creating what is called unity, and it will also complete. It will also complete what is called. It will complete a requirement for statehood. Okay, it will complete a requirement for statehood. These are very important things, Yakona, because we will not regret to have this kind of an administration to protect the interest of Equatorians. All right, and eventually down the road you will see this structure will be beneficial even to our fellow Equatorians, sisters and brothers who are in the territories of the equatorial area في داخل جنوب Sudan هناك. So brothers and sisters, I've just come to clarify this. It is based on the on request that I should really clarify what the Arizona conference is projecting to produce. It is projecting to produce this quasi-administrative state. When you look at this, it is in form of a state. It looks like a government, right? It looks like a government, like a function of a government, all right? But I say it is quasi. Quasi means this is a U, okay, and then this is an A. Quasi means a form of, all right, because it is not a legitimate government. You know, it is not the state in Sudan, but it is in form of. That's why it is a quasi administrative state. You see, and this is a setting with idara administration for the people of Equatoria. It is very important. And the most important thing is it will unite us. It will make us work together as one, and we will learn how to be democratic in it. And there are issues that we'll be discussing here. Okay, issues with that. You know, there are so many issues, and these people will be voting. Not opinions, but everybody may not pass here. Okay, but when your opinion or way of seeing things happen to be voted down, it might be zalan. You know, yes, it is zalan. Yes, like don't leave this, because this can only function when people are willing to work together. But just like countries, for example, take this to be Congress or take this to be Assembly, can take again if Europe, okay? Not every time your representative will get represented a kanofi Senate or a kanofi fi House, bijibu agendat bitakon bita states bitakon kanta fi California wala kanta fi Texas wala kanta when, and then kan jibini, and then hajat alta konazo they will pass. Sometimes fi hajat alta konazo that may end up not passing, especially kanta jai masalan. Suppose it is all jai in Texas, a red state. Most of your representatives here are Republicans. So sometimes during election times, Republicans, masalan Tiri, Zeasare Hakuma is run by Democrats. Most of the time, agenda bitakon algijibu in state Texas may not go through. Does that mean Nasta Texas became Kalas, but we don't want this association union? No, it doesn't work like that. You know, democracy doesn't work like that. So it's very important, brothers and sisters, that we come to Arizona and then we pass this structure. It's also very important that we work together with the teams that are available today to get these representatives here. All right. In Africa, people are sending in their representatives. We want to get connected my leadership at Equatoria for Australia, for Canada, to see into it, they also participate in working together with the communities that are under them, to see into it that those communities send in their representatives, so that we will sort out the representatives the platform Bitana, and then we'll fill them up here, so that on the 21st August we will pass them. But it looks like we are running short with the number of people, so pretty much we will pass the structure and continue to fill the structures later on. So even if we pass only the structure and we continue to fill up the structure later on, we still demand that these community leaders, these guys here, will cooperate with the process. Hey, thank you very much. God bless you. I will come again maybe some other time to clarify some things. I hope this clarifies exactly what the Arizona conference is all about. Thank you very much, and God bless you.